You are now chopping it up with the Nerd Barbershop Podcast.
Thank you.
Welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerd Barbershop Podcast. I'm Taryn Williams. Thank you so much for clicking on this podcast and hanging out with me for a little bit. So this episode of the podcast is kind of a special episode. I'm going to do my my recap, my review, my experience from my first ever Frosty Faustings. And so just to give a little history, so Frosty Faustings is a fighting game tournament here in Illinois. It's actually held every year at the Westin Hotel out in Lombard, Illinois. It's like 30 minutes or so outside Chicago. It's held every year. This is actually the 16th year of the tournament, and it's actually one of the first major tournaments in the fighting game community of the year. So it's pretty cool. It holds a lot of weight for a lot of people. This is my first year going. I've wanted to go. I didn't go last year because of work, and I kind of forgot about it, so I missed registration and stuff like that. And so this year I kind of said, you know what, I was going to try to, one of my goals for this year is to actually do a lot of things I didn't do last year because of work. So Frosty Faustings is kind of one of the first things on that list. So I decided to go take some time off of work, go hang out for the weekend, and compete in some games and see what happens. It's a lot of fun. Like, it's something that I love about just conventions as a whole, is just being around people that are like-minded, similar interests, similar tastes, and stuff like that. And a video game tournament or a fighting game tournament is no different. You have, I think there was about a little over 3,500 people that were in attendance. I'm not sure how many people actually. I think that's like everybody that competed as a whole, and that's not people that were just there for watching. So just over 3,500 people attended the tournament. Really cool, really nice to be around a lot of like I said, like-minded people. Since I'm pretty sure it's a pretty big event for the West End Hotel, so they take care of everybody. I actually didn't stay in the West End. I actually stayed a little bit further down at the extended stay out in Lombard, which is not that far away. Google Maps kind of lied to me because I thought I'll be able to walk from my hotel to the West End, which would have been nice, but it doesn't work like that. Like, the route actually gets blocked off by like this fence, and there's like some other stuff that you just can't get through. So Google Maps lied. So I ended up taking Ubers back and forth from my hotel to the West End, and every Uber was about maybe $5-6, so it wasn't that bad. So it was about, I would take 2 trips, one there, one back, so about like $11 to $12, $13 each way. And I did that for like really Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It wasn't too bad. Like maybe about $50 for Ubers, give or take. So it's not too bad. And I liked that the extended stay actually had like a little kitchenette. So I had like a refrigerator, had a microwave. I had like a little electric stove if I wanted to do some stuff. But the refrigerator is the most important part for me. And yeah, I stayed there, hung out there. So the tournament went from Thursday the 25th until the 28th. So that Thursday went to go register, walked around and stuff. And I just like how you just have like these pockets of games everywhere, and the community for those games are like in those little areas. It's really cool, just kind of walking around. There also is like an artist alley, which if you follow me on social media, I'm a big fan of Artist Alley at like C2E2 and other comic conventions I go to. So this is no different. I actually did end up buying some stuff. I think Saturday I bought some stuff for Saturday and Sunday I actually bought some stuff. I also bought like a Frosty Faustings scarf because I thought the scarf was kind of fly, so I bought that. And it was just fun. It was just a fun time, good environment, good people. I've never had any issues at any convention I've gone to, and this was the same. Like, no issues. Everybody's like good spirits. Everybody's polite. Just like basic, basic communication, and everybody had a good time. So for me personally, I actually competed in Skullgirls, Street Fighter 6, and Tekken 8. And it was fun. Like, I kind of knew going in I was gonna get absolutely murdered in the Skullgirls because there's just nothing but monsters that's in the Skullgirls community, because the game just has like its fan base, and they're just really good. Like, there are people that probably aren't, like, everyone's really good to me, and the tiers just keep going up. And it's just fun. People probably think, oh, but you didn't compete. Like, you didn't, like, you got killed. So what? That's the nature of fighting games, There are people that are out there that this is what they do. They know it inside and out. They know how moves work, frames, like all the ins and outs. So yeah, But I went there just for fun, for the experience and to have fun, and to be around the community and just to kind of support the community. Cause I watch a lot of streams and stuff, so but being there, buying a ticket, supporting the community and stuff like that meant a lot to me. So I wanted to do that for Skullgirls, especially Street Fighter 6. Of course, is already big, so competing in Street Fighter 6, I'm actually mad because I could have won my first match in pools. I should have stayed in winners for a little bit longer, but I didn't. So I ended up getting bounced out pretty easily in all 3 tournaments I was in. And Tekken 8 was actually Sunday, which was yesterday, the time we were recording this, which is the Monday after. So yesterday, I was in Tekken 8, which was really fun. The game just came out, and people are already just monsters that are already really good. A lot of their Tekken 7 skill set probably carried over to Tekken 8. And yeah, and again, got absolutely murdered, which I kind of saw coming. And also, I actually was on stream. So on the YouTube version of the podcast, I might try to throw in the clip of me getting just beat on stream. It won't be that long, but just like the match, I might put that in here on the YouTube version of the podcast. I'll throw in the clip from my match. I guess I gotta find it and download it and do all that fun stuff.
No.
All right.
So there's Leo.
I was getting finally some characters we can really talk about. I don't know how I'm feeling about this detective custom, but I guess I'll find some clues.
Yo, this stage actually got the Ortiz form.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. The classic Leo down forward 2, that long range hyper whip Punisher.
I like that. Challenge hit man just goes for a straight low. Power crush there.
Oh, that has been hitting so many times.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of strings now that that you really look for them to cancel or not do, they're heat engagers. So across the board, I was playing Zafina, and I can't remember the string, but like there's a second part to it now, and I'm like, oh, that's the heat engager, and I'm constantly getting hit by it.
And you're thinking, oh, they weren't gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not gonna. Yo, but speaking of, Risky Sweep had everything hitting for a second. Once into it. Oh, wait a minute.
That new animation is sick.
Yeah.
Oh, it does not break the throw. That's the 1+2. Good route, and we're 1-on-1.
Music going off. Counter
Nice,
hit.
that's guaranteed heat engager.
Yeah. Doesn't do too much with it, but does take the offensive, or tries to at least.
Damage nerf down into the 30s, unfortunately, but I mean, heat engage is heat engage. We take those. Nice, that's counter hit.
That's going to be one of the things people have to learn about.
Speaking of.
He'll pick up that spring kick. All right, we'll back and forth here. Risky Sweep.
Oh, couldn't quite whip myself.
Too far for a punish. This is just the wrong
Oh,
punish.
loving these get-up kicks.
The no-throw break really starting to add up. Risky Sweep with the cross chop on get up.
Ooh, that's enough that we can get on the wall. Oh, does not know where to go on the combo, unfortunately. Still too early days.
PKK low. The stance is still looking really strong in the poke game as well, so that's a good thing. I feel like that's one of the things that I feel like people kind of jump over when they go to like the new extensions and stuff like that. That's why I think Leo as a character is a lot more fluid. Just looks a lot cooler too.
They changed the KK4, the toe stomp, into like a very sharp, like horizontal. It looks so much better. Right, it has a lot of utility. You get to go into stance again after that. Is crazy.
And that's what I was talking about. Like the character definitely feels so much more fluid. I was always wondering like when these were going to become something that like really kind of fit with the character. Now I feel like they really kind of hit their mark now.
Exactly. There was a lot of stop and start when in the Tekken 7 version. Now it's just flows.
Ooh,
nice. And then you get that clean wall splat right there every time. It's like even if you hadn't killed them, they're dead.
Damn. Okay. 1 and 3.
Nice. Does not know the new extension. So, let's see how this goes. Nice. And that's that 4. I love KK4. Perfect. Holy smoke. So when you get 4-4-3, which is that overhead kick that spikes them, now you want to do Bach 1+2, which is a new armor move that sort of like plants them on the ground again. It's now this, you get more off it because you get some Oki after the spike. So you can do that, but it knocks them very far away. That's the old way to do it. The new way is get reload to the ground, 1+2, and it's kind of equal. Floor break them. It's just so much.
Power crush.
Nice. Get in there. And you got rage. This is a one-touch game.
That was mad damage. Are you there?
No break again. Finishes.
But yeah, that was fun. And I mean, my first time being on stream, I know there's like maybe a couple 100,000 people that watch it. Everyone there. And it is what it is. It's pools. People come through and do stuff. It's not that big of a deal. So it is what it is. But I was telling, I was talking to my friend earlier. I'm just like, but don't worry though. I know everyone that beat me in the tournament, and I have a revenge list. Like, so if I go on a slight revenge tour between now and next year, I'm planning on going back next year. I'm definitely trying to go on a little revenge tour, if you will. I'm just trying to get better. But it did make me realize I do want to go compete at locals here in Chicago, because there's a couple places I'm gonna do locals. I gotta do some research and find them and go hang out. Just meet some of the local players and be part of that community. Yeah, but this is a lot of fun. Like I said, and the hotel does a good job of taking care of people. Like, there's little shops and little stuff you can buy stuff. I actually bought some stuff for my brother. Actually, got him a couple of prints and a sticker that I think he's really gonna enjoy. I actually Sunday I actually found a pixel frame, which you've probably seen it online, where they have like different games, they have like scenes from games, and they like make them like these 3D type picture frames where it's like a scene from a game and stuff like that. So I actually finally bought one of those. It's pretty cheap. It's one of the cheapest ones I've ever seen. It was like $25 before tax. So I was like, ooh, let me get that. So I bought that for myself, and yeah, just excited, like having like my controller with me, and I actually ended up learning some stuff about my controller that I didn't know prior to going. So also, it also made me realize I might invest in the Steam Deck, because I think having the Steam Deck to be able to train in your hotel would be really nice. Because since the Steam Deck can play so many games, that might be an investment. Maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but it's maybe something I might consider. Having the Steam Deck for traveling purposes, so you can still play the game. Because again, like, you can't play like on site, but again, there's like 3,500 people there, and everyone's trying to game and play. And some people they'll stay on they have a setup, they'll stay on the setup for hours. So it's just kind of, you gotta figure out a way to kind of get your time in when you can. Also, because the Royal Rumble was happening the past weekend, they actually had the TV set up in one of the ballrooms, so we got to watch a little bit of the Rumble. I was telling some people, like, everyone there is an absolute monster, because I actually ended up playing one of the best Soul Calibur 2 players in the country, I believe. I was just playing kind of casually, because my Skullgirl pools on Friday was at 10 a.m. So after that, I kind of got put out, whatever. It was about 10:40. So I still had like 7+ hours to kill. And so I was like looking around, like I ate, talked to some people here and there, bought some stuff. Did I buy stuff? Yes, I did. I bought stuff on Thursday for sure. And just walking around and stuff, and I just found the Soul Calibur 2 cabinet. Okay, I'll play for a little bit, just hang out, whatever. And the guy said next thing, oh yeah, we'll play, whatever. And he just murders me. And I was talking to him, I'm like, this is just shit, ain't it? And he was kind of like, yeah. I was like, you got a couple of top 10s or a couple of top 8s, and he was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I could tell, I could see it. And he was cool. He was super chill. And I ended up picking like a better character, and I actually beat him. He beat me like 15 matches straight, and I got like one win on him, and he left. And the next guy I played was also a Soul Calibur 2 player, and they also, were just really good. And I'm just like, come on, y'all, like, really? But that's what it is. Like, that's the nature of the beast. Like, there's people that are just skilled at this game, and they're really, really good. Like, I was telling people, fun is not allowed. You think you're coming for fun? You don't think. Unless you come with some friends and, you guys are just kind of chilling and hanging out. Fun is not allowed. But I think on Sundays it kind of gets a little bit more fun if you think about it. But yeah, it was nuts. It was so much fun just being around the people, the environment, the hype just in the crowd when you're watching stuff and just feeling the energy and just chants and just, it's really cool. Like, it's just such a fun experience to be a part of. And competing, just like waiting, it really did take me back to kind of like those old school arcade days of waiting around the arcade trying to wait your turn and stuff like that. And yeah, that's how I felt like in pools. You got your controller, everyone got like their controller, their fight stick, USB cables, Brooks converters. Like, everyone just got their stuff. Everybody's just waiting, and they're watching, they're learning, they're looking at move lists and information and trying to look at like, it's just a lot happening. It's a lot of fun. Like, it's just so much fun. It's different. Again, if you're a fan of fighting games, I'll definitely suggest going to one. I know Combo Breakers and Schaumburg, which I'm not going to get to, because I'm probably not going to have the money or planning for it, especially because I'm actually planning to go to PAX East. I'm going to PAX East at the end of March, which I'll probably take my controller there just in case I need to run some sets at PAX East. But yeah, so it's just fun, great experience, it's so much fun. I'm saying the word fun a lot because it was fun. I ended up actually placing, I think I was like 41st out of 65 people. Actually, hold on. Give me a sec. I can actually read off my rankings because I have them on my phone. God, I took a picture. Yeah, I was 65th out of 84th in Skullgirls, 385th out of 728 in Street Fighter 6, and then 65th out of 209 in Tekken 8, which isn't bad, but there weren't like any wins in there. Except for Street Fighter, I did win one match in my set, but all the other ones were just because like DQs and whatever. So I'm like, yeah, you know what, it is what it is. I just want to improve on that and hopefully get like some wins and do some cool stuff. But yeah, but thank you so much for supporting the podcast. Listen to the podcast. This was a little bit different than my normal podcast, but I wanted to talk about Frosty because it was a big event, my first one. I thought it'd be fun to kind of to talk about it real quick. But thank you so much for supporting the podcast. I really mean it. I'm gonna try and get some more podcasts up. I do got a couple ideas for podcasts I do want to do, so hopefully those are coming out relatively soon. I'll try to get this one should be uploaded pretty quickly, or actually when it comes out you'll listen to it. But again, thank you so much in supporting me and my endeavors, and we're gonna keep it rocking in 2024. So always and forever, slicing, dicing gaming. It's not just a motto; it's a lifestyle. I'll see you next podcast. Later.